Hey YouTube, this is one of these encores I've done a wee bit of modding to, which I should probably have filmed but didn't. This is not this one, because this one's this one. The one I was playing the other day. This is one I got in a charity shop a month ago maybe. I had a big chip out it there, so it was basically just kind of filed it a bit smooth and then kind of just gave it a quick scoosh of paint, black spray paint, just to make it so you can't see it from miles away. This is a single ply HSS strat scratch plate, which I did have to cut a wee bit to make it fit just round about where the bridge was. This is a Wilkinson bridge humbucker, which I had from a previous, to be honest I don't remember where it came from. I think I bought a pile of pickups one time, a job lot, and everything else is original. I just rearranged it a little bit, end up with a more usable guitar, and to be honest it just looks a little bit more. It's amazing what just a scratch plate can do. It is annoying me that, to be honest, that is the bridge pickup, not the middle pickup, because the middle pickup was even whiter. It's annoying that that one's nice and yellowed. This is like a yellow pickup, and then it's like the volume sort of. But I mean, it gives it some character. But what a difference it makes to the guitar just having it looking not just like a plain boring Strat. It's now good. So neck, position 4. Middle, and then I've rewired this so that position 2 is just the white coil, and then so position 2, the black coil's disengaged coil split. So positions 2 through 5 are just standard Strat, and then you've got a humbucker in the bridge, which probably won't be working particularly well, but when you put distortion on, oh, that's the difference. So I was just thinking, if I was going to be taking this to download, which I might do if nobody wants to buy it, we'll be playing quite a lot of rock, so it's nice to have a bit of metal. And those who are mad into guitar wiring will go, how did you manage to keep the 2 tone controls when you're already using the 5-way switch for automatic coil splitting? It's because this is no longer a tone control. This is just a master tone. This one is a reverse wired volume control wired as a Gilmore switch. So this is the humbucker, and then if you dial it all the way off, you get the humbucker and the neck pickup. But I'd actually thinking these guitars are, maybe people wouldn't buy them the same way, but it just seems to be this thing where you suddenly become a super Strat when you just put humbucker in it. I think the sensibleness of just having a humbucker with this, yeah, it is annoying. Maybe if you only had like a volume and a tone, then you wouldn't have that problem with using the 5-way switch for something else. But when you're using it, does actually sound pretty good. These are just the original pickups. But having a humbucker in it's definitely a thing. Have that time to listen to me now. I've learned that through download. I think there is an element of this isn't obviously this would be more use to me if I wish see if this had been my first guitar, I would have been so much better in the first year. It would have been ridiculous, just by being properly set up. I did have to do a fair amount of work on the nut and stuff, but it was really just anything that you could do. If you just watch some YouTube videos on sort of how to set up a guitar, you could just fidget with it. And again, the all-in thing, you know, I don't know how much you're going to be able to pick one of these up for, but the last two I've got really cheap. And this is Encore brand. I like them. They're always above. I'm going to do a video on tone. Yes, I am, Mr. Whitesnake. Totally, another one. A clickbait number. There was a Chappers video on earlier on today that was all about tone wood, and he'd gone to some research lab and just told us what we already know. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could have done this. What I would probably do with one of these is I'd put my cascading megabucker switch in it, which means you wouldn't even need to. You'd be talking about the grand total cost would be like whatever you paid for the guitar plus £7 for a set of strings and £2 for the switch, and that would give you humbucker sounds. Definitely more humbucker than not humbucker. Or you could just buy a pickup. I wanted to do the scratch plate this as well, just to make it look different. Maybe not. It's kind of interesting. I do have black pickup covers. I could have done that, but so I'm not really sure what to do with these Encore guitars. As I said, I've got like 4 of them or something like that, and it's like maybe just sell them as, I don't know. It's like, I can understand how a kid's not going to want this as their first guitar. They're going to go, oh, Uncle, you see them for £50, they're pure shite. I want a Harley Benton, which looks like the one Jimi Hendrix plays. I totally get it, but I mean, it's just like, it's so much better. Like, because it's got £100 worth of work done on it to make it play. You know, I mean, construction costs on a Harley Benton, 50p. Never mind, you know, adjusting things and not necessarily having to do an awful lot of work, but checking things and sorting out the things that are wrong. It's not a case of you'll get one of these guitars and, oh, you've got to do the frets, you've got to do the nut, you've got to do this, you don't have to do all of the things, but you have to know what they're meant to be like, so as you know not to touch that. Just a shit nut will ruin the whole thing. Just a shit fret will ruin the whole thing. It doesn't necessarily mean that everything's fucked. Plus, you can get these, because they're so undesirable, you can get them for sod all. I'm enjoying the humbucker in the neck. Humbucker in the bridge is just giving the guitar another personality, and I'll be honest, I intentionally used the Wilkinson branded one. If I take this to download and put up, you're going to be it's got a Wilkinson pickup in it, it's probably quite good, before they've even heard it or played it. First look is with the eye. First look is with the eye? Nope, eye. First listen is with the eye. But again, this did take, I built this up, I was playing it yesterday and it was like, it's alright, but see after just playing it for an hour or something like that and then leaving it and tuning it a few times, now it's actually, yep. I mean, it's like, would I gig it? And it's like, well, if I had to. I made it so it was basically just for the humbucker, that's all you're ever going to use in it. But again, just before I do my tone video, so much of the tone is is the person playing it. But as you're trying to play, how you're hitting the strings, what amp you're using, and all that. I'm pretty much using the same guitar here, and the same amp, and the same as, like, you know, handmade, custom job guitars. And then you're listening to them recorded on, well, that condenser, that mic, and then on this mic, and then it's bit rate squished and compressed and all that on YouTube, and then you listen to it, can you actually hear the difference at all? Does it make any difference to you guys what guitar I'm playing? So that's kind of like, you know, this pure, oh, I think you should have Alnico pickups rather than ceramic pickups, or if you put a maple cap on it, it'll change it. I think most of it, 95% of it is, assuming the guitar isn't buzzing, you know, all the notes sound okay, then you're kind of, it's 100% down to the person playing, really. And that's the one, it's like, give Jimi Hendrix this, or I'll play Jimi Hendrix guitar. Who's going to sound more like Jimi Hendrix? Jimi Hendrix probably won't sound any different. I probably go, hey man, you put a humbucker in it. Wow, I didn't know you could do that. Something like that. Well, it would be upside down, but yeah. But that's the things that the humbuckers, like, see if you're playing like Black Sabbath riffs and stuff. You want a humbucker, but see if you're like a total beginner on the guitar and you're learning, you're kind of just doing that as well. But yeah, just, you know, strumming it, just playing chords and playing like rhythm guitar. This guitar is better than having just humbuckers. The single coils do cut it R better, and as soon as it just softens them and gives it that wah sound to have single coils in. Obviously the question there would be, if I was to have, I would do a little bit. If not, it doesn't cut. You'll get a soldering iron for a tenner on solder, right, from eBay or something. And you don't really need to know anything. A couple of simple modifications that can be made. Forgot what my point was there. Yes, so you get a Strat and you put a humbucker in it. You do have to switch the direction of the humbucker because it will be out of phase. So you either have to flip, as in swap the two wires round that goes to each of these pickups, the positive and the minus, or you have to swap the wires round on this. This is a Wilkinson, so it's got extra wires in it for doing the coil splitty stuff. But the two choices of guitar I would go for starting out is a Strat with a humbucker in it, because that gives you the Stratty sounds, main things, but if you want to play a bit of rock. And I would also have a look at like the Epiphone Les Paul Junior, the wee one, and then think about coil splitting that. That might involve buying other pickups, but to be honest, rather than, I was saying this pickup already comes with extra wires on it. It's got 5 wires, in, out, in and out, tied together, and then an earth, whereas sometimes it's just 2 wires. You can sometimes break into the pickup and solder extra wires on, but to be honest, you can buy them. If you look them up on eBay, AliExpress, whatever it is, Temu, those pickups, most of them have that. I would get, to be honest, I would probably buy the one that looks a bit like a DiMarzio Super Distortion, just because they look cool, and then it would have the extra wires on it. Because it's got the extra wires, it's dead easy to swap it around the other way. And it's the same if I had the Epiphone Les Paul. It's unlikely to have the 4-wire pickups. I would buy ones that are DiMarzio Super Distortion looking ones for £15 or £20 a set. They'll have the extra wires, put them in, you're upgrading it, plus having a switch, a toggle switch or a push-pull pot to give you single coil sound, so you can do the strummy thing. A guitar can do both. Most of my guitars do both. The thing is, it doesn't. It's not like I wouldn't. To be honest, I wouldn't be struggling playing a Strat, but that's because I'm quite good in the guitar now. I'm kind of used to making different things. And as I said, there's so much more with how you play, what kind of amp it is you're using, and what it is you actually want it to sound like. Everyone's got their holy grail. I think I'm just dead easily pleased. I'd be happy with this rig, this sound, and then playing the best riff ever, or writing the best riff ever. The best riff ever is still going to sound good with this on this guitar with this sound. Rock on! I don't think I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow night. Or I might do one. I've got about a quarter of a bottle of Bucky and a couple of cans of cider. Quite fancy having a tone thing a tone debate talking about how tone affects things, but it'd be quite nice to have it as a maybe a bit of a discussion. Rock on! And yes, this will be late because it's now 6:30, so it's got half an hour before it goes out, so I might be a wee bit tad late. Catch you later!